Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we are doing an account takeover. We've got H Pain, massive follower of me in Twitch, and been around for a long time, following my YouTube as well. So really appreciate all the support I get from my followers. Welcome H Pain to my channel. What are we doing today then? H Pain has basically reached out and said, I'm pretty well versed with Clan Boss and stuff like that. He's got all that going on. His 3v3, he's just kind of struggling to find the right team comps, the right options for him to keep him kind of progressing through the game. So I must admit, since the 3v3 came in, I've had quite a lot of requests like this. Quite a lot of requests saying, can you take over my account? I want Clan Boss, I want 3v3. And I'm like, well, hold on a second. Like 3v3 is probably re-gearing more champs than doing anything else in the game, twofold at least. It's actually a ton of work. Regearing the champs is what takes me the time more than running content. So this is kind of like a special project because H Pain's been around and following for a long time. It's probably not something I'd take on a lot of the time. It's a huge amount of work, guys. Regearing 3 teams is a lot of work. So we need a good chunk of silver to do it, which we've got. H Pain's been playing for about 6 months or so. So we're on day like 170. You check out Great Hall. Great Hall's kind of progressing at a nice rate. I did say for the first couple of months he wasn't really playing actively like he is now, but now he's kind of a bit more active. He's able to 3-key Ultra Nightmare with an unkillable team, so he's got all of that stuff going on. Let's have a look through his champions. So he's actually got a pretty good base of champions. For 6 months in, it feels about right, I'd say. He's got a battle pass, he's got one of the fusions, and then he's been lucky actually. He's pulled a couple of really good Void champs and a couple of, Valk top tier, 2 Valks he's got. 2 Valks, but yeah, he's pulled some top tier legendaries as well, and then he's got a good kind of, good amount of epics as well. Let's have a look at the vault. We've got a few more. Yeah, we've got a few more legendaries in here actually, but no one else here apart from Bellower is actually a 60. So you can see, I'd say for 6 months in, he's obviously spent some money, but not crazy whale. I'd say it's probably a good level of account to start thinking seriously about 3v3. If you've got, maybe 10 level 60s, you're not going to be progressing in 3v3 upwards in the higher tiers. You're still going to be able to progress out of bronze 4 or whatever. But the 3v3 I think is pretty endgame if you really want to start pushing it. And this account is just about at that sort of stage. So what we need to think about then is who potentially could be arena champs. That's the first thing. Once you've got an idea then who could be in your arena teams, it's how do you start to piece them together so that you form synergy? Because it's all well and good having 4 speed champs, and it's all well and good having 2 Valks or whatever. But ultimately, you need each team to fit together. You need each team to fit together, which means you're probably going to need 3 people that have got a speed aura. You're probably going to need 3 nukers at least. You're going to need 3 control champs. 3 decreased defense champs, probably. That's probably where we're going to be going. So you really need to kind of almost segment your teams, your champs, into different parts. What is their role? What can they do for you? So if I'm thinking of speed lead, not speed boosters yet, speed lead, we've got 1 here, we've got 1 here, so that's 2. We've got 1 here, that's 3. We've got 1 here, that's 4. So for the arena, we've got 4 different options for a speed lead. And I think unless you're running a tank team, you need 3. You need 3, okay? We've then got different options for decreased defense. So we've got 1 top tier one. We have got 2 kind of mid tier for arena. We've got 3 mid tier, 4 mid tier. That's about it. So we've got 4 options for a lead. We've got 4 options for decreased defense. What have we got in terms of control champs? We've got a Krisk, who has got Provoke. We've got Mashald, who has got True Fear. We've got Umbral, who's got Provoke. We have got, so that's 3 so far. We've got potential AoE stun here, 4. say that's probably about it. You might throw Valk in the mix there as well with her counter-attack as a form of control, I guess. And you might throw Razin in for his decreased turn meter as a form of control. So we've got 4/5 control champs. We've got the decreased defense, so it's just nukers after that. So who can actually nuke the enemy? So Nick can nuke an enemy. Michelle kind of can, actually. Skullcrown can. Skullcrown and Sanacia partner really well. You've got... That's probably it. In reality, that's probably it for actual true nukers. So already you're kind of formalising there 12, 13, 14 champs that could work in the arena teams. Let's just see how H-Pain is running his setup at the moment. So let's go into defense first. Oh, actually, let's just check the battle log. So how's he actually performing? We're losing all, win one. This is actually for defense to take 1 or 2 rounds is not bad. But generally, overall losing. And for his attacks, we've only got 4 on the board. Lose 2, win 1. So overall, let's just look at overall numbers. Minus 22, minus 30, minus 40, minus 51, minus 62 roughly, minus 30, minus 20. He's probably about even. He's probably just under even, So you definitely want to turn your attacks into way more positive. At least 2 wins per loss is what you want to be doing in your attack. And it might mean then that you focus on just 2 teams to make sure that happens. Rather than trying to spread yourself over 3 teams, you might focus on 2 teams and make them solid, rock solid. Then your 3rd team you're almost doing as a gimme. So we're in bronze 4, trying to push to silver. And let's just see how he's got his teams built at the moment. So you've got 2 of your potential speed leads sitting in this one. 1 here, 1 here. You've got speed into decreased defense into kind of like support, stroke, and then nuke. Guess Michelle's the nuke here. We've got no decreased defense reliably here. So this is just like a tank setup. Okay, and let's see how it works in reality. Let's just see how it's actually flowing through a match. It's all important to me. When I'm trying to build on teams, I don't just look at champs. I see, well, you know, what sort of level of gearing have we already got here? So how do we cope with teams that are coming at us so far? And if you look here, so Astrolith is giving us a speed lead. Fine, but we don't then get to go first. Probably then want to get ally protection out from your tank because we've got block debuffs out there anyway. By that time, everyone's dead. So this team is struggling to get away, to get a turn going. Let's look at the second team then. So Michelle's our fastest here. So we're going to try and get True Fear out everywhere, which we did. Then I think we're just on A1. There's some nukes going. So we're hitting kind of okay. Jiggle's gone straight down. Here comes some of our control. So in terms of like, as I talked earlier, like the synergy of the teams is just a bit off. The synergy is a bit off. So the champions are kind of good, but the synergy in how they're working right now is not quite there. And that is actually a big part of whether you win or lose. Probably should have killed Sword Grab actually. So sometimes it's not just about how you're geared and what champions you got. A lot of the time it's actually about can you build them in a way that they complement each other. So that's going to be my main target for this video, is to kind of show how I would go about gearing some of these champs and how I would then piece them back together to form teams. So I think probably, do we win this? We maybe win it. Just about. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for the win if we do win it. Valk versus Michelle. Who's going to win? I think we probably just about take it. But you can see True Fear is actually just so strong. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, go on. Finish her. Finish her. Okay, cool. So we win 1, lose 1, but it's very tight on the one we win. And then it looks like the strongest team, I think, is here. So sped up against a Tormund. We've got no decreased defense in the team. Partner, no. Oh, no, we have actually. Sorry, we've got Madame Cerise. That's my bad. So actually, this team, if I didn't play that badly at the start, would probably have won. I shouldn't have done the speed up like I did. So that team felt at the end there like it was kind of cool. Okay, right, I'm going to get into... Well, actually, let's just have a quick look at how people are geared. So those people that are in the mix so far. Arbiter, pretty fast, that's good. Mashold, an okay level of damage, nothing special. Okay accuracy with good speed on Madame, that's okay. Pretty good nuke on that champ. Krisk. So the builds are not bad. The builds are not bad. So we're tweaking builds to make sure that people that need to land debuffs have got high accuracy and speed. And we want to make sure that our speed is running in the right way so that we don't get cut in on. Let's try it, guys. Let's do this. I'll check in once I've done some builds. So the first team I'm going to build is going to be Arbiter into Umbral. Umbral being the control, into Madame Cerise drop defense, into Skull Crown nuke. So, or a nuker. It might end up being Sir Nick nuke, so I might need to use Skull Crown in a different team. The thing with this setup is your Arbiter needs to be as fast as she can be. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is literally go through every piece of gear. And apart from, I don't want to ruin this clan boss team because that's speed tuned. Apart from that, I put the fastest thing we own on the Arbiter. So the Arbiter right now has got 1 speed roll. It's not enough. It's not enough. There's no way an account this old has only got 1 speed roll there. But look, first one I found has got a 2 speed roll piece. Forget the glyphs for a minute, because glyphs you can replace. Get your base speed as fast as you can. So I can't take this one because it's part of his clan boss, but it's faster. And I go through every piece and I just look to see which item she should be wearing. So she should be wearing this piece. And ideally, wrong piece now. And ideally, did I just put it on her? Yeah, and ideally you run a faster glyph. So really, you want to be rolling your biggest glyph on your Arbiter, yeah? So I'm going to roll the second one so we can save a little bit. But, okay, get +1 more. It's not a lot. But anything you can do. So we've already got triple roll here. Cool. Single roll here. I cannot believe that's your fastest shield. So if you've got a shield like this with speed on it, all I've done is look for speed. I don't care about any other substat. Yeah, I'll take this speed. I run any of these takeovers through BlueStacks. This is like the BlueStacks portal. Normally Raid sits in here. What I can do is I can actually go into settings. I can go into engine. And I can go into frame rate. And drop the frame rate down to 10 on BlueStacks. Take that off the screen. And then I can basically, you get a much faster roll of gear. So when I'm doing anything like takeovers, you see how quick this is rolling. Basically, I just get to see very quickly if a piece of gear is rolling nice. I really would love 1 more speed roll here. Please, game. Give me 1 more. Didn't get it. Yeah, so that's that piece kind of contested with. It's not faster than what we've already got. And then you kind of keep going through and basically find your fastest pieces of gear. I'll put a link down below if you want to download BlueStacks and use that technique. You can. There are other kind of similar things going on with Plarium Play as well, which other people are kind of using. So there's other ways to do it. See here, +2 more speed. You might think, so pedantic, why are you taking 2 more? 2 more speed might be the difference between you losing your next fight and not. So, and when you've done that on 1, 2, 3 pieces of gear, 6 more speed suddenly then becomes the chance between you winning your next 5 fights or not. So, again, 1 speed roll. I cannot believe that an account this established has not got a faster speed roll on the account. Straight away, we find one that's slower. Even if it's a rubbish main stat, I don't even care for speed gear. Maybe it is. Maybe this is the quickest one. Let's check this one out. I only need to roll it to level 8 because that's when speed stops. So again, I flip my BlueStacks thing on, turn it on now, you watch the speed difference. Bam, 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 bam. For me, when I'm doing takeovers, it's kind of legendary to be able to roll gear this fast. Same when I do it on Twitch. So I stream 5 nights a week. We didn't get any speed rolls. That's a shame. So it looks like we're sticking with what we got. But the other thing to do is obviously look at the other option of speed set. We don't have it here. But you should just put your best speed gear on your speed champ. Like that is good. Speed boost is fine. Double roll here. It's probably as good as we're going to get, but we'll check. And this is how you build your speed champ. So we've got plus 10. That's not enough. Okay, cool. So she's now in the quickest gear that we can get her in. She's only moved up a few points, but it might be the difference between a win and a loss when we're doing our fights. Anyway, I'm going to keep going with the builds, and I'll bring you in once I've done the teams. So what I want to do now is make sure that I don't get cut in on my team. So I need Umbral to go next, and what I want to make sure is that Umbral is fast enough to always go second after Arbiter. So I'm going to use this fancy tool. I did a video on this the other day. Basically, what we do is we put in some fancy numbers. So first thing we do is put in the Arbiter Aura, which is 30% speed aura. That's this. We then say, what's the Arbiter base speed, which is 110. We then say, what's the total speed of Arbiter, which is 310. And then we look at who's the person who's going next. So Umbral's next, and she's got a speed of 93. Put that in here. She's going to be one turn after Arbiter, so that's one tick. We're not going to put any speed debuffs on our opponents or any turn meter decreases on our opponents. Arbiter does not have an actual speed buff. All she has is a speed boost, and that speed boost is 30%. So you see that in the Arbiter's abilities. You've got this ability here, boost turn meter by 30%, but there's no speed buff. So you then hit submit, and this is now going to kick out a number which tells me how fast I need my Umbral to go to definitely go second. And that's what this X number is here. So if my Umbral is at 244 speed, she definitely goes second. Unless there's some weirdness going on with like the enemy having a way to counter it, like a Valk or something like that. But basically, 244 is where I need my Umbral. So that's how I then build my second champ. Let's do it. Okay guys, we've got team 1 ready to go with Arbiter here as fast as I can get her. I showed you that build already. Second comes Umbral. So Umbral is in high accuracy, high speed. So I need her, I wanted her to 243. I'm just short of the number actually. I'm at 240. I probably could like override a speed glyph. But I don't have that many to play with. I've got a lot actually, but not the higher level ones. And I've got 2 more teams to build yet. So we're going to run with 240. We're just like 2 or 3 points short, which makes it possible to cut in, but unlikely. So, and there's not really anywhere I can go with this. I've literally like squeezed as much as I can out of this build. Maybe I could find something here, but no, I've pretty much squeezed all I can. So she's going to go second and control the team. We'll then bring Madame in, who is all about accuracy. She's got 500, 6-piece accuracy set, accuracy on the chest, accuracy on the banner, good accuracy roll on the amulet as well. And then all we were looking for was speed and accuracy rolls on the other pieces. So I'll push for as much as I can. 500 means that we're going to drop everyone's shields. We're going to put decreased defense on. And then the unassuming Kale steps up and is like, you want me to slam some face? I'm going to slam some face. So Kale comes in as my nuker. I actually just need to tweak his masteries into a nuke build. So let's just tweak this. So those masteries that he had there were more like a clan boss style build. This is going to be more like hit someone in the face, sit him down type build. Like this. Don't really even need accuracy, but I guess maybe if a fight does go on for a bit longer, the accuracy and Evil Eye is useful and the book's useful. That's about it. I think we do this. So he's now nuke Kale. So that's team 1. Let me just show you, in terms of that Kale build, what did I do? I just spammed him full of damage. Look, 150 odd attack, speed, I mean, doesn't matter because Umbral's already controlled the team. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, we can have attack percentage boots and be laughing about it. So I've looked for attack percentage on the boots and the chest with crit rate. Crit rate, attack percentage. I've got crit damage on my gloves with crit rate. And then we've done crit rate and crit damage everywhere else. Or crit damage and crit rate and speed everywhere else. And we've gone for attack, crit damage, attack. Yeah, so it's all out attack, all out nuke Kale, 4.6k attack, 100% crit rate, 202 crit damage. Kale is up there with tons of epics Not far off legendaries as well in terms of the damage output he can do. So let's just test out Team 1. I mean, it does rely on us being quicker at the start. That's one thing. So if we're not quicker here, we probably lose. If we are quicker, we should win. And we're right on the cusp. Look how quick they are. So it's possible she might cut in. Those 2 or 3 points that we're missing here didn't. Okay, that's fine. So we should be able to provoke all. We've got one missing. This Umbral's not fully booked. I might just need to see if we can get it booked, because actually that might end up being a problem for us. To not provoke everyone could be a problem for us. Here comes a Kale. He's feared. Don't go off. Okay, cool. There's the nukes we wanted. That's why he's in there as the nuker. Sits people down. So just seeing what the book situation is here. Do have a lot of books. I will recommend. Let's just see what else is going on. That's already booked. Good. So I will recommend that we get books into this. You want these 2 debuff chances really to be 100% if she's coming in as our main kind of control. So we'll see if we can do that. But either she is or she isn't, it's going to be a solid team. So that's Team 1. We're going to move on to Team 2. Okay, we've got Team 2 done and dusted. So Skull Crown was already built. I've not even tinkered with Skull Crown. Already looks pretty solid to me. 100% crit rate, 240 crit damage, 4k attack. All good. I've actually built a Catacomb Counselor. So this is a bit of a hopeful build. I think it'll work. You kind of just want to be taking on the slowest team that you're up against. So we've got Catacomb is our fastest champ. We've got Skull Crown as our lead. Catacomb then speeds everyone into action. And we've got 2 Synergies, both built full nuke. So I'm hoping that we get to go first and that we absolutely slam someone down. So that's going to be Team 2. All of these champs are kind of built in a similar style of way. So you basically got attack rings, crit damage amulets, attack banners, attack boots, attack chest, crit damage gloves, and boosting the crit rate up as high as I can. So that's Team 2. We're going to jump on and build Team 3 now. In terms of masteries, I'll just show you these guys actually quick. So everyone's kind of got. This one was already built. So we've got one here with Flawless Execution. Probably would prefer Helm Smasher, but I'm not going to change it now because it gets expensive on the gems. We've already used a few gems to buy masteries. But we've kind of got this kind of Helm Smasher nuke Synergia build on both of them. Catacomb, I don't even need the masteries on. The only mastery that perhaps I would love would be Laura's Steel to give me a bit of extra speed, but otherwise I don't really care. So they're done. Last team is probably going to involve like Krisk, Mashald, some of the kind of leftover, more tanky style champs that can take some hits, I think. So yeah, let's get on to Team 3. Okay, so we're on to Team 3. I've gone for more of a tanky kind of setup team here. So we've got Krisk, who I've built to have high resistance. I want him to be basically impossible to debuff unless you're using your best Cerise or something like that. So we've got high defense, good speed, high resistance, accuracy that's high enough that's going to deal with people that haven't built any resistance. So that will still work on most people that we're up against, and an okay HP level. I've gone for like a resistance style mastery build to try and keep him tanky. We've then got Sonic, who is built for Clan Boss. I can't change his build at all, but his build still works. Like 200 speed, good crit rate, good crit damage, high HP. So all of that works just fine for Arena as well. So we've kind of utilised that. I've then got Mashald, who I've just tweaked. So I've kind of taken his speed up, crit still strong, crit damage still strong, made sure his accuracy is high. He's actually in an accuracy chest, which I'm not sure that I need, but I do want to land his debuffs. We'll see how this goes, and it's a good piece as well, but maybe that should be an attack chest, or maybe a defensive kind of base chest. We'll see. And then lastly, I'm just going to finish off building Cythalia. So Cythalia, people kind of sleep on Cythalia. She is actually a really good arena champ. Removes all debuffs from a target ally and puts block debuffs out there. Heals as well. Got a chance to remove all buffs from enemies. Then decreases the turn meter of all enemies as well. So she can be a really good kind of arena support champ if you've got damage coming from somewhere else. So I'm going to finish off her build. The rest of it kind of works. And then we should be able to test all 3 teams in the fights. So here we go then. First test several hours later after starting these builds. This is going to be interesting to see how we do. So what I'm looking for is who do I think their slowest team is out of this lot. This feels like it's probably relatively slow. This feels like their quickest team. So we're going to match our quickest team up against their quickest. Just make sure I've got people in the right place. We've got decreased defense here. He's not in any teams. She's not in any teams. Okay, so we have got Thalia coming in here, giving us resistance. I might prefer it like this, I think. We've got a kind of crazy looking team here. I'll be interested to see how this does. If we get a go, I think we just blow stuff up. We've then got a kind of more standardized team up the top with Umbral and Nuke being Kale. So that feels like a long time ago now, but full team power 471 against 457, so pretty even. Let me just see if I feel like this is going to flow right. This is kind of the one I'm most worried about, whether we're quick enough. Let's try. Let's try. But 3v3, a lot of it is about building the builds like we've just done. And then the next part is actually about making sure that you match your team up against the right team each time. So don't just leave it as it is. We've got the provokes all the way across, that's great. So now they're only using A1s. And she's unkillable, so pretty much that should be fight in the bag. I always lose my mouse cursor on this screen. There's too much swirly stuff going on. Right, here we go. Decreased defense across the board. Kale is slow. We know that he's slow, but look how many times they're just coming in with the provokes. We can just try and perhaps just drop that shield off of Madame. There it is. In comes Kale. And Kale says, "Good night, fellas. Thanks for coming. I might have taken a while to get there, but I'm here and you're dead." You should be able to totally auto with a blender team like this. So he should just go straight into ally attack. It's important you've got Skull Crown as your lead. You then got Tenacious as your kind of backup. So we go ally attack. You also want to hit the person that's your biggest threat. Now my biggest threat probably is Gordgrab because he can actually revive. Or maybe it's Valk because she puts that stupid counterattack on. Actually, maybe it's Valk. I'm going to go for Valk. I think Gordgrab's most likely to die from all the damage. Let's slow this down and just see what sort of numbers we hit for here. So, ally attack goes in. Bang. Double hit, double hit, double hit. We're left just with Valk. And another turn. Lay the nukes. And we should... If she beats all 4 of us, then that'll be pretty disastrous, I think. It's possible she will. With that counterattack going on. Because all of these champs are slow. But you kind of get the idea. We sit 3 people down. And at that point, it's 4v1. If she wins, fair play to her, to be honest. She is healing up as she's attacking, so I'm actually a little bit worried. But, come on. Come on, girls. Do your job. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this on just on auto. Wow, she's getting so many attacks in for our attacks. Come on, get the nukes going. Finish it! Oh, so close. She gets a revive, comes back with a counter. Let me just... Oh, here we go. Counter. Ally attack. Surely. Surely that had to be enough. Wow. That's actually insane here. Unkillable comes back. She's going to be dead. Ugh. Wow. What a fight. Ugh. Come on. Oh, I thought I had my nuke. Don't quite have it yet. Come on. Yes. Okay, 2 down. 2 down. Big shields come on from Chris. That's part of his kit. I don't have to remove any buffs from them yet, but we can save that. I think I just want to try and drop turn meter on Bad L. Didn't get it. We're going to go with our normal kind of speed up here. Got True Fears off on everyone, that's cool. Can just go with a one-shot nuke. I think I'm going to try and take out Bad L first. We're then going to try and get a provoke on everyone. Got it across the board, that's great. So now everyone's just forced to do A1s. Keep going on the Bad L. They've got no revives, so as long as I take someone out, we're good. One down. We're then going to put ally protection on my guys. And Chris, don't forget, has got high resistance and just kind of general tankiness. And at this stage, it's probably risky even doing that because I've got a chance of freezing everyone, but we're just dropping people now. So Nick comes into the fray and he's like, yeah, I want to get involved. Here comes some shields. And then we just auto. So 3 teams all doing a very different style of attack. I probably got fortunate with that middle one, to be honest. But it was against quite a tanky setup. So, you know, against a less tanky team, it would sit them down. I think we're going to go for one more fight once we deal with this annoying Tormund. Tormunds always take a long time in these fights because they're just so tanky. We do have quite a lot of buffs. Maybe I should just stop the auto. Come on, guys, finish it up. People got places to be. There we go. So, 42 gold bars in the bank. Triple victory. If you saw the previous attack log, that's the first triple victory we've had. So, thumbs up. We've done something right. Let's go for the next one. Let's just see what we've got here. So, this is their tanky sort of style team. I think I might just go tanks versus tanks on this one. See if I can batter them down. This is their strongest team. And then this team is also relatively strong, actually. I think my best chance is like this. This team, again, may just be too slow. Catacomb, I really feel like needs a bit more speed. Okay, let's try. Let's go for it. But yeah, there's a lot more planning. There's a lot more thought that goes into the setups. We're just about quicker here. I think I'm going to try and drop her turn meter. Didn't get it. Get the True Fears out. And I think we're just going to go A1 and try and just put some damage out there. Good amount of damage on Turvold, that's nice. We can just throw provokes out for now, make sure that we're not getting absolutely pummeled by this Turvold or not getting the counter attack up from Valk. We can get our protection up. And then I can strip someone's buffs and just sit them down. So I think I want to just sit down Valk. Nearly. Oh, I could have removed all buffs, that was stupid. Let's get the ally protection on. And at this stage, we're in like quite significant advantage on this fight now. So this should be good just to auto. We can lay the buffs in again though. So Thalia should be able to do her thing now. This is where she comes in clutch. Should have done this last turn. Remove the buffs, yeah. Take his buffs off. Bang. Open for business and slam them down. And that's what we're about. So fight 1, done. Good. Got a tanky team that's working nice. Fight 2, we're faster than. This is where our kind of strongest team comes in. And we need to own it. So he's actually got living armor, which is a really good counter to Umbral and loads of people. Foley's actually a really good champ here. But still, we've got 3 of them dealt with, which is cool. On comes the nuke. So let's just try and make sure we kill this guy. So get a weaken on there as well. Should be no problem. In comes the damage. Is it enough? Of course it's enough. KO's the man. And that's 2 teams down. So we do get away first. Is this going to work properly this time? Let's go. Hit the auto. Ally attack. What you got, fellas? What have you got? 3 teams in the bag. And that is going to be 2 clean sweeps. So the teams are done, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's all down to your roster and then picking team synergy to make it work. Picking team comps that are going to synergize really nicely together. I've been Hell Hades. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you soon.